When you tune into Primal Living, you associate us, of course, with healthy living, healthy mind, but a brand new addition to our range, which it comes under the umbrella of Healthy Planet. This is You Bamboo. Our founder, Steve Bennett, you've sort of pioneered this whole collection, this whole range. Tell us why everybody is buzzing here at Primal Living about this.
I think what is so fantastic is that we know we've got so many problems with global warming. Here is something that's part of the solution. Nearly everything you buy normally is part of the problem. We have with this disposable culture where we don't wear clothes enough and we bin them, and we have every time we make a dashboard for a new car, it damages. I mean, nearly everything you do damages the planet. Creates greenhouse gases and affects global warming. And we know there's huge problems at the moment, certainly with the Antarctic polar cap. So here's something that is part of the solution and not the problem. We'll talk about that in a moment. It's also very good for our health because bamboo has some fantastic antibacterial capacities built into the material. And it's so soft and lovely.
So let's draw this back, okay? What we've got for you this show are items of clothing for the gents, okay? How many times when you order, for example, a pair of socks, a pair of boxer shorts or t-shirts, and I'll be honest, as ever, I don't know the environmental implications when I generally order a t-shirt or a pair of socks. I feel guilty now because I just accept the t-shirt, great, looks great. So what's fabulous about this particular collection, and I want you to sort of really go into details on this order, is the genesis of the idea, the process, the production, right through to the end result.
Okay. Sorry if this sounds a bit like a chemistry, physics, whatever lesson.
No, it's great though.
Let's just quickly go. So when we say global warming and greenhouse gases, people think there's only one cause, and people think, carbon dioxide. So we know burning fossil fuels is not great for the planet. It causes carbon dioxide. We know that cars can put out emissions, and big industry puts out emissions, and we're quite good in the UK compared to other countries. But so that's one area. But there are three main contributors to greenhouse gases. So carbon dioxide is one of them. Next one is methane, and the poor old cows getting a bad rap at the moment because they're saying, cows are causing methane, causing greenhouse gases, which is kind of true. But it's such a small percent of all the methane. Most of the methane comes from industry, not from cows. And in fact, cows that are allowed to roam in fields like they've always done, they eat grass. That's what we call sequester carbon. It takes carbon out of the atmosphere. So actually, normal organic meat, when you eat that, is part of the solution, not part of the problem. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. But then there's a third massive contributor, which nobody wants to talk about. And that is nitrous oxide. Now, nitrous oxide, believe it or not, you can pretty much only get from laughing gas. And of course, nobody has laughing gas, your dentist, but there's not a lot of that about. What people don't realise is the nitrogen fertilisers that we've been using since the Second World War because now the cows aren't there roaming, the ruminants aren't out there roaming. So now we use fertiliser. That fertiliser is made of nitrogen. And when that runs off the land, it turns into nitrous oxide. Now, the problem here is this. There is less nitrous oxide than carbon dioxide. Fact. That's why people ignore it. But the problem is this. It has what we call a heat retaining capacity of around 200. And carbon dioxide is 1. So that basically means that molecule by molecule, it's 200 times more retaining of heat. The molecule by molecule is 200 times more dangerous to the environment than even carbon dioxide.
Wow.
Right? And where carbon dioxide, we actually need some of that to live. Carbon dioxide vanishes quite quickly. Every molecule of nitrous oxide apparently can stay in the atmosphere for up to 100 years. So fertiliser, so every time people buy foods, including me, we've all done it, that had fertiliser when it's not organic, that's part of the problem. We say, well, what's that got to do with you bamboo? Thanks for the history lesson, Steve. Well, not the history lesson, but thanks for the science. We'll be a bit careful now about not just carbon dioxide. We'll start looking at nitrous oxide. How does that affect clothing? Well, here's the thing. Cotton, when we wear cotton clothes, around 10% of the world's fertiliser is used on cotton production, not food. And therefore, every time we buy cotton clothing, unless it's organic, and sadly only about 1% of all, and unless it says organic, it's not organic, no matter how expensive the clothing is. So 99% of cotton is used fertilizer, and therefore every time we buy a new bit of clothing from cotton, we're adding to the problem. And in this throwaway culture we've got today, where you wear it a few times and you chuck it in the bin, we're adding to the problem. So here comes some clever people that go, we can turn bamboo, which is quite incredible, bamboo shoots, we can turn bamboo into a material. Really complicated to do, therefore quite expensive to do. But what is then the effect on the environment? Well, the effect is amazing, because a bamboo field of bamboo takes out the atmosphere more carbon dioxide, 3 times more carbon dioxide than a growing forest.
Wow.
Plus, bamboo can grow at an inch per hour, so it can grow at virtually a yard or a metre per day, and anything that's growing is sequestered. It's taking carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere. And you don't, because it's a grass, believe it or not, those massively tall, all bamboo, and there's thousands of varieties. They are grasses, not trees, effectively. So you don't have to replant it. You cut it at the base and it grows again. You cut it at the base and it grows again. So you're not, because one of the problems is with releasing carbon dioxide into the atmosphere is every time you dig, it releases carbon dioxide. So every time you replant a cotton tree, you're releasing carbon dioxide. And you're taking water to irrigate it, because you have to irrigate cotton. You don't have to irrigate bamboo. It's natural. It grows really quick on its own. So no irrigation, no water, no fertilizers, no pesticides, no herbicides. And because it's growing so quickly, it has this thing called bamboo cum, which is its own. We talk a lot here about antioxidants in plants and so on. It's its own, because it's grown so rapid. Nothing grows like bamboo in terms of speed. It has this inbuilt antifungal, antibacterial device in it. And then when they extract it and make it into bamboo yarn, that passes on those antibacterial functions into us. So wearing the vest now, and the pants, we'll talk about the pants a bit, as I have for quite a long time now, and the socks, I've got this antibacterial layer against the most important parts of my body. So just phenomenal. That's why we've also got bed sheets just launching this week as well on the website. We've got one share. We haven't got the graphics yet. They've literally just come in, and we've got the bamboo watches we'll talk about a little bit later. So anything you can do to use bamboo, you are part of the global solution to global warming.
What is really exciting about this particular range as well is that whole, because obviously we watch the news, we watch current affairs, and it's all just out there. What little difference can I possibly make? So it's about thinking locally to you, but the effects, the benefit is global. It's global. So thinking locally, benefits being globally. I've been with you and watched this whole process. It would have been a lot easier if you'd not done this collection. I've never seen so much passion, work, tenacity go into a range shirt. I mean, obviously they all do it probably, but this, it would have been a lot easier for you to give up.
My wife went mad because I did it alongside. So it's about a year project for me, this one.
I've just seen you hurdle everything.
Alongside this and writing the new book.
Okay.
So my kids hardly saw me for the last year. So I wasn't in the good books for the last year. But I really, once I heard about this, and my wife was part of the way this whole thing started anyway, so it's part her fault. We were in Hong Kong, and we saw this massive billboard saying, these socks will cure everything. If you've got problems with your feet, athlete's foot and all this. Saw the billboard, what a load of rubbish. And my wife said, because I've always had problems with my feet. I've always had problems with my toenails. In fact, it's one of the very few things that isn't hereditary, because my dad has it and my sons have it. So where the toenails get a bit of fungi. And so my wife said, well, let's go to that department store in Hong Kong. Let's go. They're rubbish. That can't work. But we got there and we started to read. This one makes sense. Because the antibacterial socks, imagine putting that on, how that can help the feet. And my gosh, what a difference it's made to my feet. I mean, I've got totally, still my feet, still not shaped very nice, but totally different in underneath, not so much athlete's foot, and the nails, combined with getting more vitamin D, because that's really, really important to be antifungal, and omega-3 helps as well. But combining all that together, the socks are just fantastic. And you think, well, bamboo, it can't be very soft. Well, let me tell you something right now. It is the softest cotton on the planet. It is amazing. We say that bamboo cotton is to cotton, what cashmere is to wool.